see when that starts working. Okay, so I think we are live now, and well, so welcome to the weekly live stream. Today I couldn't do it in earlier this morning because I had to run some errands. So here we are, and I apologize for the inconsistency in time. Actually, I want to. I don't know what time is best. Um, I know nobody watches. So far nobody has watched this live, so I still don't know if there is a good time to do it or not. I mean, I'm still gonna do this because it's fun. But in as far as as far as people watching it and goes, and me doing it at a specific time, I still don't know. I just know it's gonna happen on Monday evening, morning, afternoon, and it also depends on what part of the world you are in. You might be watching this, so um, that's another thing. Why I haven't found the good time to do this. Anyhow, this time I want to. I'm sharing. I hope you can see this. This is my phone. My hand is over here, but on the let's probably we switch the screens. Let me try this. I'm gonna switch this screen here, and this one I'm gonna switch it over here. I didn't want that. Okay, and it's like there. Perfect. Almost perfect. So yeah, that way you can see my hand over here, and the phone screen is happening right there. Yeah, I'm trying this a way to mirror my screen, the phone screen, so that I can actually show you what's going on the phone. And what this series is about, or these live streams, weekly live streams that I'm doing, is about using my phone, just my phone, for live looping. I use it as a synth controlled by this Launchpad Pro. But all these things I also have the MIDI fighter twister here, and I have Lemur running on the smartphone. None of these things are making sound; they're just controlling stuff in the phone. I'm also sampling what I say. I mean the microphone, the what you're hearing, that is connected to the phone, so I can sample it. I can. I don't think I have. I didn't route it so that the looper can sample it. It's just for sampling, like one shot things. And I also have this noise box that can make. Let me see. Let me turn the volume down on this thing. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's what I was trying to do the last time. Um, what did I? There we go. I don't want you guys to see the tender notifications, but anyway. So yeah, I forget what I was saying. I think I was saying something about this noise box, which is a concept microphone, and this is going into the looper. However, this looper. Hmm. Let's look at it. Okay, yeah, that's this. And oh, yeah, that's why we couldn't hear it. But yeah, that was too high anyway. Oh, I forgot to do something. I need to map a control that I just created on my Lemur project to the mute control here. Yeah, we should clear that, and that's the only thing I don't like about using my phone for music production, in this case for live looping, is that my hands are very fat and they touch a lot of things that they shouldn't That doesn't sound correct. Well, they don't fit the screen very well. I don't know. There we go. So now that's not making sense. And if I touch that again, then we have. So this noise box, this one is routed to the looper, which is Quantum Loop, as you can see. That's the input at the top where it says USB 2. And then at the bottom, you can see the Quantum Loop logo, and it says Interrupt Audio 1. That means that the noise box is going into the looper. Let me turn it a little bit more. Let me turn it down a bit more. Okay, there we go. And it's also going to a very long reverb that is happening courtesy of Altessa by Fred Anton Corvest. I'm sure I'm butchering his name because he's French, and I really cannot pronounce French. But so that's this noise box thing. But I have 4 synths. Let me show you the synths. This is Tynes. That is like an electric piano synth. Then I have Rolling Noise. This is just making drum sounds. And there is this cool thing. Okay, so it's not that cool when it happens by itself. Okay. This weird bug happened in iOS 14 where this app sometimes works and sometimes doesn't work. Let's try all notes off. Oh, that worked. Very good. So that's like a looped pattern or a drum pattern. I don't know how to explain it, but basically if I press one of these pads, circle thingies, which are like pads, it plays pattern on a drum. This is a kick drum. This is another sort of kick drum thing. Wow, I did not know that was going out somewhere else. That's strange. That sound that you're hearing and shouldn't have been played is pads going through a loop delay, tape delay. So yeah, this is pads, and basically it makes pads, generates pads. Let's turn all the let's reset everything, reset here and reset there. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's just like a pad synth. And I have Ripple. I also have Ripple Maker, like I said, 4 synths. The Tynes for the electric piano, Rolling Noise for the drums, pads for the pads, for this synth pad or pad synth pad, and Ripple Maker for bass, or just just synth sounds. Depends on what octave you play it. I can also control this with the LFO. I can control it using Lemur on the smartphone. And those are the synths that I'm using. I'm using a bunch of effects like the Altezza reverb that you heard earlier, and on the piano sound, I have this delay. that's also on the pads, the synth pad. And I can control the sound, how much of that sound I send to the delay, to the tape delay effect, using the Metafighter Twister. And that's I also have this very cool but weird delay thing. However, that's only happening on on the sampler that I'm using. Like I said, I'm using 4 synths, and those are the ones that I showed you. But I'm also using a sampler. I'm using Qual Sampler, and you may notice a delay when playing with Qual. I hope that's not true. Okay. No, this is taking. The input is coming in from the microphone, so that's cool. So with this sampler, I can say something, and it's gonna get recorded, and then I can trigger I can trigger that, and I can also repitch that, and making it very fun to play with. And what I wanted to show you tonight is that I repatched this thing, so that I can use the loop. Yeah, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but so this is the sampler, and oh yeah, I was saying that the delay thingy, and it which I don't remember where I mapped that to. I think it's mapped here. And yeah, and that delay is kind of weird. I'm still not sure what it does. I don't know what it does, to be honest. And it's gonna get recorded, and it's gonna but it makes it sound really cool. It's very interesting, and I'm gonna have to dig into it, but I have that delay going on too. Then as far as loopers go, I have 2 loopers. I have Quantiloop. That would be the main looper, and I'm controlling that with a foot switch. Let me see if I can show you the foot switch. That's the foot switch. I have it under the table, under the desk right here. I'm very proud of that loop switch because I made it myself, and it has taken a lot of beating, and it's still going on. So that's the main loop here, and let me show you what I can do with it. I can well, I loop things. I loop phrases, or just leave notes playing in there and then loop those. That's going in reverse. I can also play it forward, and then I can add effects to that. And if I hit play on now, I don't know how to hit play. Here we go. That's Koala Effects, one instance of Koala Effects. In this project, I believe I have 2 instances of Koala Effects. So yeah, Quantiloop is the main looper, and I have another looper. Let me show you with the drum loop. I know I always play that, but oh, I didn't realize that Quantiloop is shows on a how do you call that, landscape? I think it's landscape mode, where it shows horizontally instead of vertically. And on the screen, you don't see the complete thing. So, yeah, um, you're just gonna have to trust me that Quantity Loop is doing what did I say it's doing. So, well, I'm gonna make a drum loop. And then I add effects to that. And I'm gonna loop that to a different looper, which is called Group the Loop. Okay, maybe that, maybe we cannot trust that it's doing what we asked it to do. Let's see where you are. You looping rascal, you. Yep. It's not even, it doesn't want to open. Its group the loop is right here. Okay, so let's see if it works now. Oh, it was working all the time. It's just that I had a filter on it. Yeah, I had a filter. Because I'm after this looper, which is Group the Loop, that I'm using. Like, I'm not using all of its capabilities. It's a really interesting looper because you have groups, and these groups, I mean, you can trigger the whole group or specific loops in that group, and that way you can create like songs and stuff. And it's really good. So this is the master group, and you have I don't know if you're limited to 4 tracks, but right here you can see you have like 4 tracks in that master group, and that's going to be playing no matter what we do. So let me add something here. Huh. It didn't loop. Interesting. I think that's what I wanted it to do, like not loop the input, just loop what's coming out of Quantity Loop. So yeah, that's good. I'm pretty sure that's what I wanted it to do in the beginning, and right now I was asking it to do something different. But anyway, now this is interesting because I cannot see the waveform. I should be able to see the waveform on that green thing that is advancing, but I'm not gonna get too choosy with it. I mean, it's playing the loop, and that's all I wanted to do. But yeah, Group the Loop, look into it. If you do like structured songs, I think this looper could work for you. And yeah, uh, something that I like about the reason why I'm using Loopy, sorry, not Loopy, Quantity Loop and Group the Loop is because they have um, like inputs. Like inside this apps, you can choose what input you wanted to use, and in this case, I'm using the Interapp audio. The you can see here in the bottom under the Quantity Loop logo, you can see Interapp audio one. That's the like a virtual destination that I'm using inside AUM, and then inside QuantiLoop, I can use that destination as an input, and I can also use that inside group the loop. That's why I'm using those ones. Loop PhD is really cool. It's really powerful app as well, but it doesn't have that. You cannot tell it to use an interrupt audio input, or not as far as I know. You have to use audio bus. And on an iPad with more processing power, that might be feasible, but on my iPhone, it's just going to. I mean, as you can see, the DSP, the processing is going from 80 to over 100, and so yeah, I'm using a lot of the capabilities, or I'm on the edge of making my iPhone crash, and probably break down. So yeah, and a thing that I'm very proud of tonight, and I wanted to share with you, is that now I can, let me see if I still have this loop. Not only can I loop that, but let's go into Koala Sampler. I can sample that. So it should work like this. If I hit this, well, and then so I can sample whatever is coming out of QuantiLoop into Koala Sampler and trigger that and repitch it. I mean, just like I did with my voice. And this was simple in the beginning, and but I didn't know if I should do it, so I kind of made a compromise. I don't know if it's a compromise actually, but I was wondering if I should like send the output of the Koala Sampler into QuantiLoop so that I could loop it. I can use Koala Sampler has a sequencer that you can use, and you can create a loop inside it, and that's really fun. But it's I don't I don't know how to turn on and off the quantization for. I don't know how to turn on and off quantizing. Like it makes it stick, or it locks it to the grid, like to, I think it's 16 nodes, and I haven't found how to turn that on and off using the controller. And as you can see, my chubby fingers, my fat fingers, press a lot of things in that, or tap into a lot of things that shouldn't be tapping, and it's hard to be precise with my fingers on this small screen. So that's why I'm not going into that very much. So in case I want to have like a more free flowing, out of sync loop, I can do this. I can send this to QuantiLoop. So let's erase whatever we have in QuantiLoop, and I think something broke down. Let's see, and yeah, probably. And it's gonna and it's gonna get recorded. And then I think, let's see if it works. I hope this doesn't break. This doesn't crash. I should use this configuration to set up for, let me turn this loop off. Good. So there is a creation challenge by beatboxer, world champion, also live looper world champion. He holds all kinds of records and world records in beatboxing and live looping, and he taught he taught a very famous, I don't remember his name right now, a very famous redhead live looper, Sheeran, Ed Sheeran, I think. I'm sorry, to use a loop station, and he's collaborated with Bjork on the Medulla um, album. Well, anyway, he is a big deal. He's a really big deal. He's a really cool person as well, and he does also he has weekly live streams, and every month he has a creation challenge. And these months creation challenge, the restrictions to it, I don't know what to call it, like the requirements to enter it is to break your tech. They're live looping challenges. You have to create something, create a track or create a song or create a sound piece using live looping, and the requirement for this challenge is to break your tech. And since my tech is breaking down, I should probably use this setup for it. So yeah, let me trigger the loop that I had going on again, and I'm going to use a sequencer in Koala Sampler to add something else to it. Oh my god, I think I erased the loop. No, I did not erase it. Nothing is working as it should be working. It's awesome. So yeah, I'm going to sampler this. And then go here and make a 4-bar in here. And then I can add effects to the sequence from Koala Sampler. This is seriously breaking down. I wonder what is making it. So my foot switch is not controlling things here. I was very proud of this. Now I'm going to try to do this again. You're not gonna hear sound for a while. Look at that. Did you say that I didn't? Oh, that was supposed to have happened a while ago. So let's see if I go in here and yep. This is definitely breaking down. So I'm going to try to I'm gonna try and not reboot, but like restart AUM and see what happened. Okay, we're back online, but let's say yes. Let's check that this was able to load everything up. Nope, it couldn't load everything up, so I'm going to one more time. I'm gonna turn this off again. Okay, let's take a look at this one more time. Okay, quant loop is working. Group the loop is not working. Let's open group the loop. And let's hope that it's all good now. It should be all good. So, yep, there it is. And since everything's working, I'm gonna try and do a real short jam, live looping jam. And I'm gonna stick to this window, to the screen, and let's see how that works. So, thank you very much for tuning in. And I hope you enjoyed this and you found this either inspiring or I think I'm trying to reach a lot. I'm aspiring too much. But yeah, hope you find this inspiring and or interesting, at least entertaining, and that if you enjoy this stuff, uh, drop me a line in the comments, or if you can't tell me, if you want to catch this things live, tell me what times go for you, and that might work for me as well. So I'm gonna do a short jam right now, and thank you very much for tuning in. Let's use the mythical E minor chord. Maybe that did not work. This isn't working. This isn't. This is. Oh my god. Oh my god. This isn't working. Oh my god. This isn't working. This isn't working. This is. This is. This isn't working. This is. This. 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 Okay, so we can officially say that that's not gonna work on the iPhone. Probably this. That's weird. I thought that was working here. Oh, that's recording everything that's going on here. Awesome. Let's get rid of that one. Let's do it, and let's try to go back to AUM. And then let's, from AUM, let's go into all of this. Go. It should be working okay. Do we want to try another time? Yeah, of course we do. We want to try. Quantiloop, okay. So let's go. I mean, ideally the way that this should work is that I would be on Koala. And that should be looped. Now let's go into quantum loop. Quantum loop is not working. And if quantum loop doesn't work, we are in big trouble. So I've finally broke it down. Yeah, let's see. So if that's not working, what can we do? That is so weird. Alright. This was fun. Let's see if for next week's stream this actually works out. This was adventures in live looping with a phone. Thank you very much for tuning in and for accompanying me in this adventure. So have a very good night, and I'll see you later.